Happening now, 2 people shot overnight in Jamestown, the latest in what police are calling a gathering gone wrong. Plus, Babe Ruth baseball is on. A preview of this weekend's community celebrations for the group of young champions.
Well, today is the last day of the humidity, then it's down from here. Then we'll get some drier weather. We'll talk about it next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now. This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
2 people were injured following an overnight shooting in Jamestown today. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now, and we start with breaking news. I'm Justin Gould. Jamestown police officers responded to the area of Peach and Windsor Street at around 2:30 in the morning. Officers report that an altercation between several individuals attending a gathering nearby resulted in this shooting. Specifically, police say several shots were fired by multiple suspects, resulting in 2 people being hit. Both shooting victims were treated and released from UPMC Chautauqua Hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The investigation is continuing. Anyone who may have information on the shooting is asked to contact Jamestown Police, or you can leave an anonymous tip at their tips line. It's 716-483-TIPS. Well, Chautauqua County's population decreased by 7,000 people over the past decade. That according to census data released yesterday. The Census Bureau's report found that from April 1st, 2010 to April 1st, 2020, the county lost 5.9% of its population, while the city of Jamestown lost 6.7%. Specifically, the county had 134,000 residents in 2010 and now has around 127,000. Jamestown, meanwhile, had 31,000 inhabitants in 2010 and now is a city of 28,000, a decrease of more than 2,400. Of the population, 93% of those living countywide are white, with 87% of people in Jamestown classified as. The city of Dunkirk, meanwhile, which data says has the highest population of Hispanic or Latino residents countywide at 30%, saw a slight bump in inhabitants of 180 people. Regionally, Cattaraugus County experienced little population loss over the decade, with the census reporting a 180 resident decline. Warren County, Pennsylvania experienced a much greater decline, losing 3,000 locals. And Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell is doubling down on his stance regarding where the county should sit following the once-a-decade congressional redistricting process. Members of the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission held a virtual public meeting yesterday, allowing members of the public in Western New York to speak for up to 3 minutes on their opinion as to how the district should be redrawn. Wendell explains that Chautauqua County should continue to be aligned with the rural southern tier counties rather than the Buffalo Metro.
Unfortunately, we've seen even in the COVID virus, we are linked in the regional economic development groups with Erie County. So as Chautauqua County, Cattaraugus, and Allegheny were faced in the COVID times, the crisis hadn't hit us yet. And our numbers were skewed because of the large urban setting of Buffalo and Erie County. So again, even in the midst of a health crisis, we really weren't linked with Buffalo and Erie County. Likewise, in economics and agriculture, we are uniquely linked with the southern tier.
Wendell says a way to improve the districts involves the district in which Chautauqua County likes to expand into counties like Genesee and Wyoming counties so that representatives of the district would have a better understanding of agriculture and other common issues that the areas would face. Now, once a decade, New York State undergoes this process based on a population loss or an increase. This year, New York State lost 1 congressional seat. Well, it's batter up for the city of Jamestown as they prepare to host their record 18th Babe Ruth World Series, with events commencing this evening. The week of baseball begins tonight with the Parade of Champions starting on 3rd Street at 6 o'clock, honoring the 13 U baseball teams that have been reported to Jamestown after hugely successful seasons at home. WNY News Now's Jason Ruttman reports.
These 10 teams are champions. They are representing the entire United States, including Hawaii. So, you know, we have to honor them. We have to show our support for them. They need to come here and feel like this is an opportunity of a lifetime.
The parade is expected to be heavily attended, which Kim Eklund, the Vice President and Public Relations Division Director for the Jamestown subdivision of the Babe Ruth World Series, is thrilled about.
It has grown immensely. I keep getting more people wanting to be in it, which is a great thing to celebrate. It's a great thing to celebrate baseball. It's a great thing to celebrate these kids, and it's a great thing for the community to be able to come out and do these things after so much not being able to do.
The city of Jamestown will also likely benefit financially with a boost in local commerce as hosts of the tournament.
The cost of the World Series is $250,000. The economic impact is over $1.5 million.
Much of the local community has spent the past month getting ready for the influx of travelers who will be spending the next week in town.
Super excited. Jamestown got back the Babe Ruth World Series again this year.
Explained Star Rider, who owns sports memorabilia shop Ballgame Heroes on 3rd Street, along with his wife and 2 children.
We're excited to have a spot for them to come when they're not playing maybe or when they have a few hours off.
Ryder goes on to say that any kid who comes into the store won't leave empty-handed.
Kids stop in and literally, you know, get free packs here. You're going to come in, you're going to be given free cards. You know, maybe they don't got a $5 bill in their pocket. They're not leaving here without something. We're going to make sure that they're all taken care of.
It's not just Jamestown residents who are looking forward to the tournament. Coaches are also thrilled to be participating in the once-in-a-lifetime event, including John Buer, the manager of the Eau Claire, Wisconsin representatives in the tournament.
These kids have been working hard, and to get to this point and to travel all the way out here to play ball is special.
Lastly, and arguably most importantly, the kids who will grace the field over the next week in competition were ecstatic to have the opportunity to play in the Babe Ruth World Series as well.
It took a lot of hard work, and it's really exciting to be here.
Noted Aiden Pankratz, one of the left fielders for Eau Claire. His teammate, third baseman Blake Buer, echoed the sentiments.
Pretty exciting to play in this tournament with all these players.
Finally, when asked what he was most looking forward to during this tournament, Buer's answer was simple:
Winning the championship.
The first official game of the World Series will begin tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., and pool play will run through Wednesday at Russell E. Dietrich Jr. Park, featuring 4 games daily. The championship match will happen a week from Saturday, beginning at 1 p.m. For WNY News Now, I'm Jason Ruttman.
Jason, thank you. Admission to the stadium, it's free for all the games. The Jamestown 13U squad will play their games at 7 o'clock, giving locals the opportunity to watch our own community members play in prime time. This year's event will be extra special, too, as the city will be honored for their recent induction into the Babe Ruth World Series Hall of Fame after faithfully hosting the tournament for so many years. Really great to see. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comment section down below. We always love to hear from you. An exciting weekend for so many here locally. Great to see Cindy. Hopefully they're doing well. Good to see Ed. Good to see Jay, Rich, Bill, and Joanna. Hopefully you all are having a great day out there. A lot of people asking if we're going to be covering the parade. We do hope to have a photojournalist there, so hopefully we'll have some highlights for you a little bit later on at WNYNewsNow.com. Why not? We might as well get I'll talk to corporate. We'll see, Dakota, if we can take that live, right here on our network. And 2 really exciting note, while I have all your ears, just today we have launched a brand new initiative called Channel 716 with some other partners here in Jamestown. So you can, in addition to watching us here on Facebook Live, watch us on your television. If you have a Roku device, just search Channel 716. Be sure to add that channel. Not just us, but a lot of other great content too. I know, don't want to give too many secrets away, but Dakota, you might be hosting some other programs.
Yes, we have been in talks with we
don't want to give too much away.
There's going to be some good content coming your way on Channel 716, so we can't wait to get started on that. And so just download that, because it's going to be really cool. We can't wait to share with you the ideas we have. But getting into my current job, Randolph Peaches and Cream Skycam shows you the cloud cover abode right now, 78 with a dew point at 70. As I told you at the beginning of the show, today's going to be the last day of that humidity because it's finally going to recede as we go into the next couple of days. So let's take a look at First Defense Doppler radar. This is the satellite and radar composite imagery on, showing you just a few little light showers that are moving on through. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, but there will be another chance for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, so we'll keep our eyes on those in the afternoon hours. 82 was the high yesterday. 66 is where we started the day. Another uncomfortable night for sleeping, but we're done with it for a while. 96 and 39 are the record highs and lows for this day. So through the afternoon today, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some sun peaks will be likely through the afternoon. So it's not going to be raining all day or everywhere, but you will be dodging a few raindrops through the afternoon. 78 to 85 with a southwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now tomorrow is going to be a fabulous day. We'll keep the weather going through at least the weekend and early next week, but yeah. We'll tell you how long it will last with that 7-day forecast coming up later in the show. Justin.
Hopefully pretty long, Dakota. That's what we're hoping for. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes. Well, the county public health director is pushing for vaccinations and masking up to fight the arrival of the COVID-19 Delta variant here in Chautauqua County. Director Christine Schuyler announced earlier this week that the county has reached a substantial level of transmission. That according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. WNY News Now's Mario Cosentino with more on their crackdown efforts.
While the county does not have the ability for DNA sequencing, she says that the recent uptick in COVID-19 cases is evidence that the Delta variant has made its way to Western New York. What we do know about the Delta variant is that it is highly contagious.
Because of that, the CDC does recommend indoor masking for both those who are vaccinated and unvaccinated in an attempt to try to reduce the spread of this very contagious Delta variant.
In Chautauqua County, 90% of infections, hospitalizations, and deaths are among the unvaccinated.
What we do know is that vaccinated people are 3 times less likely than unvaccinated people to contract the Delta variant. And that makes it much harder than obviously to spread it to others.
As for any kind of mask mandate, County Executive P.J. Wendell and his team have yet to make any formal decision.
We are looking at the data, we're looking at the information, and we will be working with our employees as we move forward with this.
For now, Wendell believes that wearing a mask or not wearing one is a personal choice. Schuyler says to stop the spread of COVID-19, get vaccinated.
Our goal here is not to completely eradicate the coronavirus. Our goal here is to prevent severe illness and death, not to overwhelm our hospitals.
Mario Cosentino, WNY News Now.
Mario, thank you. The CDC is set to talk COVID vaccines today after millions of Americans got the green light late last night to get a 3rd dose. The FDA decided that people with compromised immune systems would benefit from another dose, specifically solid organ transplant recipients or those with an equivalent level of immunocompromise. Booster shots for others who are vaccinated are expected to follow as medical experts assess data from other countries like Israel, the UK, Canada, and along with data from the US. That includes vaccine trials. And they're preparing for the need for boosters as if it's imminent.
We're going to be ready to do it whenever the data shows that the protection has gone below a certain level.
Just like 3rd doses, the FDA would authorize boosters and the CDC would vote on whether to recommend them. Then they'd be likely available at pharmacies and doctors' offices. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about to mask or not to mask, the State Health Department's latest guidelines for local schools. And later, we go live to the Chautauqua County Humane Society to meet a new furry friend that's up for grabs. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
The New York State Department of Education issued COVID-19 guidance ahead of the upcoming school year. Previously, the State Department of Health said it would not release any uniform guidance for schools, but the Education Department promised to do so. On Thursday, education officials said they are following guidance from the CDC, which recommends universal indoor masking for everyone in schools, regardless of your vaccination status. While this is just a recommendation, individual school districts can require masks if they choose to do so. School administrators are also encouraged to partner with their local health officials when developing their own policy. Masks will be required on all school buses, regardless of a vaccination status, because of federal laws. Masks are also recommended for all school events and athletics while indoors. The guidance also recommends schools maintain at least 3 feet of physical distance between students when they're in the classroom. Well, the Supreme Court has blocked part of New York's moratorium on evictions, which was put into effect because of the coronavirus pandemic less than a month before it was supposed to expire. The legal issue is distinct from those surrounding a new moratorium, which will apply to most of the country, that the CDC just imposed last week. Over 3 dissenting votes, the court said New York could no longer enforce a provision that allows renters to starve off eviction by submitting a hardship declaration form that tells the state they've lost income or had more expenses during the pandemic, or that moving would harm their health. It expires at the end of August. The court's ruling allows some evictions to resume now. In a statement last night, New York Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, who will become governor when Andrew Cuomo resigns on August 24th, said she's looking forward to working with the legislature to quickly address the ruling and strengthen the eviction moratorium. Well, it's been a big talker, with several celebs recently saying they don't bathe their entire bodies every day. But is that really good for our body and skin? In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither with answers from a dermatologist.
We're going to be ready to do it whenever.
To wash or not to wash? Lately, that's the question after Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, Dax Shepard, and other celebs have recently admitted they don't do full-body bathing every day.
Do you really have to bathe on a daily basis? The answer is no.
Dr. Susan Masick, a dermatologist at Ohio State University, says bathing depends on your circumstances. While it isn't necessary to clean yourself every day, if you exercise, work outdoors, or are in healthcare, you may want to wash off.
If you've noticed body odor, if you notice increased grease in the hair, those are very obvious reasons to want to bathe on a daily basis.
Dr. Masick says when you do bathe, don't use harsh cleaners that can irritate skin.
It's much better to use unscented, no fragrance, no perfumes, type of gentle cleansers. That's all you need when it comes to a type of soap or a way of cleaning the skin.
She says it's fine to rinse off most of the body with water, using soap only in the areas with glands.
That would be armpits, genital and private area, feet, and scalp.
When it comes to children, Dr. Masick says bathing too often isn't a good idea.
Their skin typically is a little bit more sensitive and a little more susceptible.
In the end, Masick says bathing is a personal choice and not all A-listers are alike. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showing support on Twitter for Team Shower Every Day, tweeting he's the opposite of a not washing themselves celeb. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Oh, Mandy, thank you. Don't know how I feel about that. 2 more tips to help your skin stay healthy, by the way. Dr. Masick says not to really use hot water, which could dry out your skin and overstrip certain natural oils. And she says to make sure you limit your showers to no more than 15 minutes. Let us know what you think about that in the comments. I don't know. I feel like I gotta bathe every day, no matter what. Well, when it comes to bad luck, there are a few superstitions as pervasive in Western culture as Friday the 13th, like crossing paths with a black cat, for example, breaking a mirror. The notion of a day that can bring misfortune is deeply embedded, even if believers can't explain where it started. There's even a name to describe this dreaded day. It's called Persephonic phobia, a specialized form and a fear of the number 13. While Friday the 13th might feel like a rare phenomenon, our calendar means that the 13th of any month is slightly more likely to fall on a Friday other than any day of the week. Well, it is not, however, a universal superstition. In Greece and Spanish-speaking countries, it is actually Tuesday the 13th that's considered to be a day of bad luck, while in Italy, it is Friday the 17th that's met with fear. Now, in his book, Extraordinary Origins of Everyday Things, Charles Panty traces the concept of this cursed day back to Norse mythology, when Loki, the god of mischief, actually crashed a banquet, bringing the number of gods in attendance to 13. Now, derived by Loki, his blind god of horror was tricked into shooting his brother, which actually was the god of light and joy and goodness. So you fast forward now to modern culture, 1980s, a hockey masked killer named Jason Voorhees. The slasher flick franchise Friday the 13th certainly ensued notoriety. You afraid of Friday the 13th, Mr. Hunter?
Not really.
No?
No. It's just a normal day to me.
I don't know. I've never really been that superstitious. However, when black cats have crossed in front of my path, I have turned around. I have found, in fact, there was a couple, this was months ago now, I was driving over to your place up Main Street, South Main, and a black cat crossed over and I slammed on the brakes. And I went around. I went around the block, went up Forest instead.
Well,
let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Like, the number, the whole thing with the number 13, I've seen some articles that are being written in the tech media suggesting Apple's not going to call the next iPhone 13 because of its bad luck, which doesn't make any sense because there was iOS 13. So, I don't get it.
What's the big deal? Good to see Laura. Good to see Amy, Ed, and Jolene. Hopefully you have good fortune today. Weather-wise, I hear good fortune is coming. We just kind of have to get through this.
Yeah, we have to get through this afternoon, but later tonight, after midnight towards dawn, you may have a shot of seeing the Perseids meteor shower. Let's go back to that. I hit the button one too many times, but the Perseids are still in peak right now, so we will have a chance of seeing them overnight through after midnight to dawn will be our best chance to see the Perseids, and we will see some clearing overnight tonight. So you may get a chance of seeing them. A better chance might be over the weekend. Tonight, Warren County Fair. Truck and Tractor Pull USA East is in town, and here's the forecast for it. There will be a chance for a couple showers or storms early. Now, the Tractor Pull starts at 8, but we know a lot of people get to the stands around 7. I do. And so I get there early to secure my good seats. So 78 down to 68. There will be a chance for a rain shower or storm through the Tractor Pull. We're hopeful we'll be able to get this in, but we'll have to see. If the if the track is too wet and if it continues to rain, they will have to cancel it. But hopefully we'll be able to get the Tractor Pull in. So if you see me, say hi, because I'll be there tonight. Now, there is a low-end marginal risk, a level 1 on a scale of 1 to 5, for a chance for a couple stronger storms this afternoon. The threat does not look as intense as it was yesterday, and the severe weather threat was mainly confined to northwestern Pennsylvania yesterday, where they had some cloud breaks through the afternoon. So in terms of the severe weather threats, if any storm becomes strong to severe, it's going to be a damaging wind gust threat here, a low-end hail threat here, no tornado threat, and there could be some heavy rainfall, but we don't think flooding is really going to be an issue here. HD News Now Cam shows you those clouds downtown, but at the airport, the clouds have actually broken apart. 75 right now. South southwest wind of 9. That dew point still an issue, 69. So this is going to become the problem as we go through the afternoon hours. That dew point is going to be slowly dropping as we go through the later afternoon hours. High pressure now moving off the northeast coast. This is the cold front right here where you see this low pressure and that low pressure. That's the cold front that's going to sweep on through, but it's not going to get here until later in the day. So here's the newest run of Future Scan showing you a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms popping up through the afternoon. Now we'll run this out and notice as we go into the later afternoon hours and especially into the evening hours as the cold front approaches, we'll actually see a few showers and thunderstorms here as we go into the later part of the afternoon here, and a few showers and thunderstorms will be likely, especially early this evening. They'll clear out overnight here. So let's take a look at the zone forecast here. And speaking of Friday the 13th, I think our weather computer is having a bit of a Friday the 13th moment. So we're not sure what happened there, but temperatures are going to be, there we go. Temperatures are going to be in
You said you didn't believe it. This is what happens when you don't believe.
This is what happens when you don't believe. 70 lower 70s will be the high temperatures today. The next 7 days, maybe, of your life will come up on the screen. There it is, 73 degrees tomorrow, 74 on Sunday, and much more refreshing air will be on the way. Partly sunny Monday. Now Tuesday and Thursday, there will be a chance for a few showers and storms, Justin.
Oh, Dakota, it's what happens when you don't believe right here.
We'll fix that weather computer.
Get the
hamsters going. Hello.
Kick them into gear. All right, Dakota, thank you. Well, in an effort to help our furry friends find a forever home, we're partnering with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in our Pet of the Week segment. We'll see if Friday the 13th doesn't impact this. Joining us live is Amanda Sublett to talk more about this week's featured furry friend. And I see he's not fully a black cat, Amanda, so we should be good. Well, we can't hear you, Amanda, so I guess I did jinx us beforehand. I don't know if there's an unmute button somewhere maybe that we have. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
I gotcha.
So he's that blue color some people like to refer to. It's a dark gray. He has beautiful face markings. I know I say that I love all the cats, but this guy I really do love. He's so social, so friendly. He loves everybody. Always very active. When you're in the room, he actively seeks you out for attention, which is awesome. I just love cats who want to interact with you like that. He is about a year old. He's looking for some friends right now.
He's like, what is going on outside that door? So our friend Mario here, Amanda, he really does seem friendly. Like he just wants to say hello to everybody, say hello to the camera. How is he with the other animals? Have you tested him in that yet?
He loves to be around other cats. We have not tested with him with dogs. I don't see any reason he couldn't do well with a dog who's going to respect his space, which is something that every cat would like. Just give it a little bit of time. You know, that slow introduction always works really, really well. He's going to do well with kids, but we want to keep in mind that he does give little love bites. They're very gentle. He's so sweet about it, but you got to be careful because the real little children are not going to like that.
Right, absolutely. And I imagine that goes back to that education element of it where, you know, you can talk to kids too, as I know you've talked to your kids about just being nice to animals and respecting their space where, and also probably saying, hey, these bites aren't meant to be in malice, but he's just saying hello.
Right. And a lot of times he's often just saying, I want more attention. He
Absolutely.
loves it.
He's a beautiful cat. Really, you look at the color on his chest, and each paw has a little bit of white. So folks who are maybe interested in learning more about our friend Mario here, it's very easy. You can check out his own page online at chqhumane.org, or you can even give him a call, 716-665-2209. If you do go online, simply start the adoption process, and that gets things moving where you can actually meet up with our friend Mario. And who wouldn't like a little companion today on Friday the 13th? I don't see why they wouldn't. And he's definitely really looking for a great home and chilling out this afternoon. So Brian and Amanda, thank you both so much for coming on with our friend Mario today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at him. I'm ready for a nap too, buddy. Don't worry about that. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. Final notice for you, if you missed it earlier, it's easy to now watch us live on television here locally. Channel 716 Roku app just dropped today. Be sure to download and subscribe, and you can watch our newscast. Have a great day. We'll see you back here on Monday.